We have to pause occasionally in our show.
Oh, boy.
To sell something.
Well, I've never seen it before. This is exciting.
Right. And you have never been on this show.
That's true.
And I know we have asked you before.
Well, you know, I didn't know you did this. You know,
Tim Conway had Johnny Carson completely losing it, with a style of comedy that made it seem like he never even wanted to be on stage in the first place.
The end of this month, we have an anniversary show coming up. We're starting our 16th year. You have never been on this show.
That's true.
And I know we have asked you before.
Well, you know, I didn't know you did this. You know,
It was one of Tim's smartest comedic performances on The Tonight Show starring Johnny Carson, as he managed to bring the entire interview to an end before it had even truly begun.
Having to go down here and so on, so on, so on, so on, so on, so on. We ought to be able to sit and we're professionals. You've been in the business a long time. Sit and just rap without all of this silliness.
What made the story so funny was the way Conway talked about having his car stolen with such a calm, matter-of-fact tone, as if it were nothing worth worrying about.
I pulled up and a guy in a red jacket said, can I take your car? And I said, yeah. And I said, do I need a ticket? And he said, no, I don't think so. And that's the last I saw of him or my car.
It's true.
Stole my car.
You gave it to some guy wearing a red jacket?
Yeah. Well, if a guy comes up and you're parking for a party,
yeah,
and they have a valet and everything, a guy comes up in a red coat and says, can I have your car? Wouldn't you give it to him?
I guess so.
I did.
Tim and Carol quickly slipped back into their familiar back-and-forth rhythm, almost instantly getting laughs without needing any setup at all.
You guys are talking about Hollywood. How come I wasn't invited to the Hollywood party last night? I've never actually been to a Hollywood party. I've been to a couple at your house.
Well, they're not Hollywood parties. They're kiddie birthday parties.
I went to one, Steve Lawrence and Edie Gourmet's anniversary. Were you at that?
Or, no, I wasn't invited.
I wasn't invited to that one either.
See, that's the only one I've been. And I had my car stolen.
You and Steve and Edie? Were there other?
No, there were other people. The whole room full of people. I pulled up and a guy in a red jacket said, can I take your car? And I said, yeah. And I said, do I need a ticket? And he said, no, I don't think so. And that's the last I saw of him or my car.
He talked about having a big family with the calm, slightly worn-out demeanor of a man who seemed to have accepted defeat in every argument at home.
I am the best father in the Valley.
I hear that.
Yeah, I really am. I live for my kids. I really do. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't care too much for the early years. I mean, but I got right in there, boy. I went through the diaper thing in the toilet there and everything. And,
and putting them in the can?
Yeah. I was real close with a Roto-Rooter man for about, 4 or 5 years there. No, but I grew up with them because in this business, you know, you have a lot of time during the summer and everything, and they're very fond of me, I think. I hope.
Yeah.
You know, because when I go to the old actors' home, I want them to come out on Sunday and.
Don't we all?
Yeah.
You know, do something.
Put you out there in the sun, put a little blanket around you. Yeah, it's good.
This 1987 appearance earned one of the highest audience ratings in The Tonight Show's history, largely thanks to the hilarious material Tim Conway brought to the program.
Yes, it is. All those folks who like to drag out to the track from once in a while, just stop over, and it all goes towards the injured jockeys and guys who have fallen during a race. And a lot of particularly off my horses, too, might I add. So I kind of feel obligated, actually, to be there.
That's a very funny idea.
Isn't it, though?
It's a funny idea.
I got that in the shower this morning, that idea. That was my son.
Was that your son doing the echo?
Yeah, Tim Jr.
That's very funny.
Yeah, he's doing very well in the business. Actually, he'll probably be retired next year. He came in the other day and said, you know, I had this meeting with Aaron Spelling, and we talked for about an hour and a half. I've been trying to see Aaron Spelling for about 4 years.
Tim replaced the usual humble actor interview with a level of blunt honesty that was almost brutal, turning his own career motivation into a joke that had the entire audience laughing.
That's the main thing. A lot of people don't think we're in it for the money, but I am.
I've often heard that.
Yeah.
You got in it just for the
a lot
money.
of people think I want to get to the top. That's not necessarily so. No. Paycheck's the big thing to me. I don't particularly care about ratings or anything. If the paycheck clears,
And many of them in this business haven't the past
That's
few
true.
years. But neither here nor there.
Yeah.
So how I've not seen you for, well, I guess the last time. You only come here and you got something to plug.
That's
I never
right.
See
Yeah,
you,
yeah. So the show will be on Monday at 8 o'clock
On another network?
Yeah, if I could plug now, can I go? Or no?
No,
I have to stay. I'm
no.
sorry. Oh, got to stick around. Okay.
Tim turned his very first appearance on The Tonight Show into a joke about his own career by acting as if he had completely missed the most obvious thing in the room.
I just figured, and I never asked you, so I figured whenever I came over the house, you just wanted people in the business coming over there eating and running films and things. So but they mentioned it the other day that this is what you do.
This is what I do for a living.
Nice. Yeah, got a band and everything. It's really good. It's dynamite, really.
Hey, congratulations.
For what?
I set myself up, and if you just pass me that ball, and then I just give her like that.
Well, you came on here one night. You did a weightlifter as Mr. Dorff.
Right.
And then you did a jockey.
Right. An elf?
An elf.
This has become my life.
Yeah.
Yes.
Instead of launching into a big performance right away, this The Tonight Show appearance made full use of Tim Conway's calm, deliberate way of gradually building Dorff's fake credibility, one step at a time.
And we were at Harvey Korman's birthday party, and I said, I think it might be funny if you come in and play
A basketball
player in the NBA.
Well, see how wrong you were.
Well, I thought it was
What do you know about comedy? No, it was.
that
Yeah,
was
thank you
funny.
very much. See, by golly.
I'll come up with these things. Well,
Yeah, hang around a
How'd
while,
you
will you?
come up with a character? And I never saw you do this character on the Carol Burnett show.
No, that's true. I guess I had a show of my own, and Harvey did it with me one time when it was a takeoff on Fantasy Island, and I was boss the plane. And from that, then this golf thing that we did, I went out and buried myself all over a golf course, which was a lot of fun. Actually, the tractors were running over me, and everything was a wonderful time.
So you actually had to go out and dig little...
Yeah, dig little holes. Now, the golf course did not know that. See.
Shows this summer. You got Tim with you.
Oh,
and
gosh.
A lot of the people.
It happened it's nuts.
Right.
I said goodbye a year and a half ago, and that's it. One door closes, another opens. We must all go on to other things. I lied.
You lied.
I lied.
Tim and Carol could never keep the conversation in a normal interview mode for very long, because the moment one of them came up with even the smallest idea, the other would immediately turn it into an even stranger and funnier situation.
Having dinner, Joe and I and Conway and a couple other people, and we were talking, as is our wont, occasionally about, gee, wouldn't it be fun if we could do a sketch on such and such, but we didn't have the show anymore. And there was a pause, and Joe said, let's do a summer show. Click. So we called up various people, and ABC said yes, and we go on next week.
I think it's super.
What I want to do is, if it works, is do 4 shows every summer, like a class reunion.
I
And
don't
it would
know why-
be, yeah.
why would it work?
And get the whole gang back together, as many as we can, and it was just wonderful. A lot of people cancel vacations and postpone
it's
stuff.
super.
And
Looking forward to it.
We've already done 2. We're halfway through the season.
This bit became especially funny because Tim reduced the entire interview to the level of a brief exchange of small talk, deliberately answering every question with the shortest response possible.
How are you?
Pretty good. I'm doing pretty good now, by golly. Yeah.
Now we're on a roll.
Gosh, yeah. Gee. That's amazing. Yeah, when you're really put on the spot like this, like sticking a recorder in somebody's face. Yeah, they
That's
can never
right.
think of anything to say.
This collection of routines showed that Tim could generate laughter not only through long stories, but also with short, sharp, and perfectly delivered comedy bits.
My ticket started out on a regular airline at $5.85 to go to Florida. My wife found me this particular airlines, Econo Airlines, and I went to Miami for $4, which I thought was a deal at first until I actually got into it. Now, the first thing they do is put you on standby. There were 37 seats, and there were 1,100 people. Now, there are couples actually, that I met in standby who met each other, got married, and actually had children while they were still in standby.
What is the problem? How did you get the tie caught in the... How did it get in there?
I don't know. I just happened to this thing caught it here and it rolled up into there. So
Yeah.
you know.
Well, we can't do the interview from the men's room here. Could you possibly?
Why can't you?
Can I cut it?
Is that big a show? Huh?
Yeah. Can I cut it off?
Cut it. The kids gave me this tie. You gonna cut a kid's tie like this?
No, I wouldn't want to do that.
Got about $4 tied up in this.
Why don't you do
You know,
this?
just because you're big bucks, you know, I like to hang on to family.
More towels
things like
are
this.
coming out here.
I understand that. Okay, I'll be with you in a minute.
Look.
Is there anything wrong with doing the show in here?
No, we've died before. Both of us.
I understand.
In places
Yeah.
like that.
What made this segment stand out was the way it shifted from conversational humor to physical comedy without ever feeling like a separate routine. Tim turned a minor mishap into a full-blown crisis, yet kept the performance restrained enough that it never felt exaggerated.
You're a silly person.
Yeah, sorry about being late. I really am. I hope I didn't hold you up.
You know, I didn't know. Did you know they were going to do sound effects?
No, I didn't. And some pretty authentic ones. Too,
Yes,
might
they
I
certainly
add.
were.
Yeah.
Let me
Gee,
help you. Let me help
Oh, yeah, I'm kind of fortunate I didn't get it in the toilet. It would have been, Oh, I'm sorry to see that. That's, great. Okay.
Was that really one of your favorite times?
Yeah, this is kids gave me this, but don't worry about it.
No, we'll get you out.
Instead of trying to amplify the performance for laughs, Tim behaved as though the inconvenience were genuinely something worth taking seriously. He never once broke character, maintaining the same dead-serious attitude from beginning to end. It was the complete sincerity of his reaction that turned a very minor situation into something genuinely funny, rather than just another piece of physical comedy.
They've repossessed his car.
Oh, you didn't. You didn't.
Yeah, and you know, but it's those plays. The audience knows those plays so well that they're doing their lines right along with you while you're doing the thing. So I thought I'd just kind of stop them there for a moment, see if they. And it took them a long time before everybody went. Did he say repossessed?
Over the course of dozens of appearances on The Tonight Show, Tim Conway proved that he never needed loud, over-the-top performances to leave the entire studio in stitches. With nothing more than his calm demeanor, masterful improvisation, and remarkable ability to turn ordinary situations into something delightfully absurd, Tim created comedic moments that audiences are still enjoying decades later. Which Tim Conway moment on The Tonight Show made you laugh the hardest? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss more legendary moments from The Tonight Show.